Sentimental and technical video for the QuasiDB service for the 16th of June 2021. It's Fed day today, as you're likely aware. It's in 11 hours and 50 minutes time. We just had some UK data out, and it was a fairly sizable beat on all fronts. It was actually very much of a beat there. Look, there's a double expectations on the inflation rate month on month. So yeah, so it should be pound positive, regardless of the sentiment. These things, they're very important data releases. So after the UK data, which has been, and it's been a beat, we've got some Chinese data, and we've got the core inflation rate in Canada as well. And then once that's been and gone, then we've got the Fed interest rate decision, and obviously the key is the press conference, where Powell could remain tight-lipped about the tapering, or he could give a hint about the tapering, which I think is a small possibility. If so, it will wobble the markets, and the dollar might get a little bit of a lift off, find some support fundamentally, and then it will just be how he delivers his remarks, essentially. So we've got some important data coming up. UK was a beat, and we've got Canada, and then we've got this. So just as a heads up, I'm going to zip through the SLCs now. Monthly pivot for gold is at 1861, and your 1870 and 1840 below. And this is a bullish Gartley, and I just put a fib on here, and we can see how the 61.8 came into play yesterday, using that high to that low. We zoom in, that's yesterday's low. So keep an eye on 1851. It's hit it almost exactly. It could just be exactly. So that's of interest. So we've got that support on the Fibonacci support. So, and it's on a daily basis, and we've got a bullish sequence as well. I'm going to zip through these. I'm not going to talk long because I don't want it to make it a long video. 85.10 and 84.35, and you can always pause the video as well. Keep an eye on the pink line, which is monthly pivot, and keep an eye on your dynamic shifting, and have a little look at this. If we're below 50%, we're a buy. If we're above 50%, we're a sell. AU, far away, 77.80. This is close, 76.69. EA. So yes, it looked like it was going to fall, but then we had a nice bounce. 157.95. It coincides with that resistance. One below is 15730, and we're a buy. We're going long ever so slightly. EU, yes, tricky. UK data was good, so the euro pound's probably fallen quite a bit. We'll have a look at that. 12150 and 12090 were a buy. Pound. Now we had that big beat. 141. So we're 5 pips away. They'd have moved their stops, which is probably not the most sensible thing to do, to be honest. It looks like it's going to raid them. See what Marco said as well. We want to get a better entry in order to short. That will probably coincide with his level there, which is your shift channel bottom. If we zoom out, so it's using that angle to project that support or resistance, and that's the level of interest there. So that could coincide. So it does coincide with that, doesn't it? The supply up there. So yeah, 141. But I think they're going to move their stops, and we're going to see a run on stops today as we go into the FOMC. It just makes sense because it's easy money. If you can push price 5 pips and get those stops, why not? 14065. And for NU, 9160. And 71, we are a sell, which is interesting actually. And it's quite sideways. Euro yen, very choppy. It hasn't really broken out of this range, this particular range. Yeah, it's just a lot of chops, consolidation. One above is large. It's the largest one actually, 13375. and 133.20. We haven't escaped the shift channel as well. So if you see what I mean there, so that's that from that lower low, and that's rejecting that resistance. So it's saying 133.57 resistance. Buy, and they shorted it. So that's like an agreement of the high level. It's pound yen. It's not formatting properly. So this should be doing well fundamentally. We know we had a good beat, and we are a buyer here, but we're sideways on the dynamic. 155.55, 154.29. It's possible good data might have induced some retail longs. Potentially, you know, there is that likelihood. It's a small possibility that they saw this data beat and they thought, oh, we'll go long pound. If they do it in abundance and, you know, in enough quantity, it could push price down because, you know, the price was opposite of retail sentiment. Keep it on 155.16 if you've got exposure to this, and 155.43. So it looks like it's holding that resistance. Dollar yen. Where are we? This is a large stop loss cluster actually. 110.20 and 109.94 were a buy, and they really shorted it. Yeah, on monthly pivot. Yeah, maybe went below and then they sold it there. That's probably their fake move. That candle there probably induced the sentiment there. It started to go short just about there, which is interesting. But yeah, so this is a large stop loss cluster above. Dollar CAD, monthly pivots here, remember. One above, 122.06, and below is 121.20. I'm going to try and zip through these. Dollar Swiss is doing well, which is interesting. 90, well, 0.9, 0.901. And one below is far away at 89.20. We are a sell. It's a big sell, but it has been for ages. So you could argue, you know, they've reached exhaustion, and we're going to potentially rally, and these guys are going to profit. If you just go back on my videos, I think it's actually been a sell for about 6 months. So it could just be time now for reversal. Today is going to be so important for the dollar. I can't stress that enough, especially if he hints at tapering, any indication at all. And then we go back to gold. So monthly pivot is there, 1861. Remember the 61.8, which was yesterday's low, which is really interesting, 1851. Below that, and then we can get MS1, 1811. So it's going to be really painful for these guys, that's for sure. And euro pound. There we go. So support there, 8586. And I can't show the stop loss clusters for this because FX SSI don't cater for them. But there's monthly pivot, and then we've got the send-in pitchfork, which we had broken out of quite strongly. But whether or not we're coming back down again, and we're going to resume this diagonal business. Hopefully the video's helped, and yeah, Bitcoin is 40,542 is a level of interest there on the H4. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up now. Have a good day, and I'll be back later for the FOMC.